government is increasing the age to which all young people must continue in educational training, requiring them to continue until the end of the academic year in which they turn 17, from 2013 until their 18th birthday from 2015. Raising the participation age, also known as RPA, does not mean that young people must stay in school. They will be able to choose one of the following options post-16. Full-time education, such as school, college or home education. An apprenticeship. Part-time education or training if they are employed, self-employed or volunteering full-time. This is defined as 20 hours or more a week. We sent our education correspondent to a local information briefing to find out more. Over to you, Carl.
Yes, thank you, Nessie. Welcome to the 2013 Conference in Education. I am here with the local authorities participation team. Now you're raising the school leaving age. Well, school isn't right for everybody.
Look, raising the participation age is in no way the same as raising the school leaving age. That will stay the same. You'll be able to choose the post-16 option that is best for you, and you'll still be able to leave school after year 11 if you want to. The choices available to you under RPA will be full-time education, work-based learning such as an apprenticeship, or full-time work or volunteering alongside part-time training that leads to an accredited qualification.
Do you think that the raise in age will lead to young people feeling as though they're being forced into participation and perhaps create a negative learning environment?
The vast majority of young people already continue in some form of education post-16. At the end of 2010, 96.1% of the island's 16-year-olds continued with some form of education and work-based learning. Now, as I said earlier, we aren't raising the school participation age, so we were not forcing young people to stay in school or college. They feel free to choose the option that is right for them.
And the local authority is responsible for making sure they have the offer of a place that is appropriate.
Well, we caught up with some young students that will be affected by the changes being implemented. We asked them if they had any questions for you, and here's what they said. Right, so I know you're all extremely eager to learn about the new changes being implemented. What would you like to know?
Oh yes. If I have to stay in some sort of training, does that mean that I can't work full-time?
No, you will still be able to work full-time if you want to, volunteer full-time, or even set up your own business. This is one of the ways to participate. However, you have to undertake part-time training that leads to an accredited qualification alongside this.
I'm 16 and I want to work, and already know that I've got to do training alongside that.
Would it be against the law if she didn't have any training, though?
Getting a job after leaving school is a great next step, and the government wants to make it as simple as possible for businesses to employ you. However, the evidence is clear that if you want to work, the best thing for your future is to do some part-time training or studying alongside that. Now, your employer won't have to pay anything towards this, as any accredited training will be paid for by the government. When you start your job, you'll want to discuss your working hours with your employer to make sure you can fit your studying in around this. Actually, it's true that a lot of businesses offer good quality accredited training. You should ask your prospective employer about this.
There aren't any consequences if I don't participate, so why should I?
We want to encourage you to participate because you'll recognise the benefits that it will bring, such as better job prospects in the future or increased earnings over your lifetime. And that is why the vast majority of 16 to 17-year-olds are already participating in some form of education or training. Now, we have legislated to allow us to delay the enforcement duty that would have meant that you could be fined if you didn't participate in the RPA. But that legislation is still set out, so we will be reviewing it on an annual basis from 2014 if it is needed. We can choose to use it.